Hey everyone, welcome back to Persona 5. And there's nothing else to do for tonight, so let's go see what tomorrow's panel holds.
Nice.
Don't worry, I'm sure it'll work out, so let's go to sleep. My shoulder, oh my god. Signs you're getting old, guys. You move and your body says no. Damn, October 26th in game. We are getting close to that,
Well then, we will now begin today's panel.
I'm just saying we're starting to get closer to that, to the game's embargo date. Ugh.
Our guest of honor is Goro Akechi.
I feel kind of bad considering how many people have gathered. I'm sure you all would have been happier to have a singer or a mascot appear, wouldn't you say?
We'd appreciate if you could tell us about your experiences with the notorious Phantom Thieves. It'd be wonderful if you could let us hear more about your actual investigative process.
I'm not used to being the one interrogated, so please go easy on me.
How much do you think he knows?
Well, probably a lot more than he'll let on.
He talks about the Phantom Thieves are dangerous, yet he says they haven't committed any murders. Either he has an idea who the true culprit is, or he has uncovered the identities of the Phantom Thieves.
You know what, it's actually... I haven't really thought so much about the fact that he may know who the real culprit is. That could be a possibility, but I'm more concerned... I'm actually more concerned that he might be the culprit, or at least involved with them, and that comes solely from the fact that when we first met him, again, he mentioned pancakes, which means he understood Morgana, and that also further kind of got cemented when we went into Okumura's palace that first time, when he seemed to get dragged in with us, and so I'm not entirely sure if that means he can go in there on his own, but I would assume it does because of the aforementioned pancake incident. Oh, well, I guess we'll find out as we go, huh?
Come on, Makoto. You gotta get it out of him.
As much as you're allowed to say, would you tell us how far along your investigation is on them?
Getting right to the point, I see.
Well, of course.
Well, if it's as much as I'm allowed to say, then everything on TV and the internet is all of it.
Are you... I doubt it. I doubt that very much.
We don't have any leads yet, and the methods behind their crimes are still unclear.
I see. Even with this country's power, arresting them is proving to be difficult. Is that the case?
I wouldn't phrase it that way, but, well, something like that.
Thank you for answering that question. By the way, it seems you've denied a correlation between the Phantom Thieves and the murders.
Yeah, let's get his thoughts on that, please.
Why the sudden change? Until now, haven't you upheld your stance that the Phantom Thieves are dangerous? How are you so positive that they haven't committed murder?
Are you a little too comfortable interrogating people? Why, it's as if you're a prosecutor.
Well, her older sister...
Excuse me. This is something I've personally been interested in, so I couldn't help it. But won't you tell us? What reason is there that you'd claim their innocence when you previously stated they were unjust?
Mako-chan's really pressing for an answer.
Yeah, she is a little direct in her approach, usually.
She's pelting him with questions.
Every person whose heart they changed have truly been criminals, including Okumura. Why then was he the only one who needed to be killed?
Why is that?
I must admit, I couldn't deduce a reason. That's why I believe that case should be thought of as if a different party is responsible. And if, this is all hypothetical, mind you, if the Phantom Thieves are the ones I know of, I can't possibly imagine they would kill anyone.
If the Phantom Thieves are the ones I know of, what is that supposed to mean?
Your comment just now. Does this mean the police have already identified who they are?
Oh, no. The police haven't gotten that far yet.
Oh,
But I have my own conclusions about the true identities of the Phantom Thieves.
huh. Well, that is a little concerning, because I'm sure he already knows it's us based on what we've seen at Okamura's palace.
He's gotta be bluffing.
Pipe down. He's lying, right? But if it's the truth,
You're not going to ask me who they are?
It may have repercussions on the investigation. Are you sure you can share that with us?
Ooh, nice save.
It's only my personal opinion, so announcing that here wouldn't pose a problem. However, there is a possibility that everyone present will hear the truth before the police or media.
the truth.
It sounds as though he either knows or he's trying to bluff us out into making a scene of some sort. Like, is he actually trying to draw us out from this, or does he actually know? Like, I'm assuming he knows.
What's he planning on saying?
That's quite the confidence you have. If you're so certain, then very well. I'd like to ask you then, who do you think the Phantom Thieves are, Akechi-san?
That idiot!
Shut up, Ryuji!
No. There's no way he could have any evidence.
They're people you all know quite well. The identity of the Phantom Thieves are...
Interrupting phone call.
It's mine. I apologize for the interruption, but I can't turn off my phone due to my job. Would you mind if I step away for about 10 minutes or so?
I'm terribly sorry, everyone, but we'll be taking a break. We'll resume the panel in 10 minutes.
Please don't troll me online for this interruption, okay?
Please don't turn me into a meme, guys!
Is there a room I may use?
There's the PE faculty office.
Ah, back to Kamoshida's old office. That brings back memories.
I want you to come too. There's a matter I want to discuss.
Yeah, he knows.
Your friends from yesterday are here, aren't they? Can you bring them too, if that's all right?
Yeah, he knows, there's no question.
Did you set this up?
We only have 10 minutes, you know.
Yeah, he definitely knows. To what end now? Oof.
What do you want to talk about? No.
So, we do just poof out of existence. Or poof into existence. That's what that looks like.
That's gotta be shopped! I have video footage too. Please, let's not feign ignorance. All of you can go to that other world too, yes?
Yeah. I'm gonna focus on that. We can go there too, yes? Us too?
It's not just all of you. I am aware of that world too.
And probably for a lot longer than you're about to tell us.
I also know that when you traverse over there, your appearance changes as well. It's because of those mysterious powers, isn't it? I found out about that world about a month ago.
No. No, you didn't. You found out about that world a lot long before that. I don't believe what he's saying here. Again, it comes down to the pancakes from, I think it was like back in, was it April or May when we were at the television station? When we first met him?
This had been installed onto my phone without my knowledge. Dude, it's the nav. When the app activated on its own, the scenery around me suddenly changed. Quite frankly, I still can't believe it myself. But from the look of these photos, all of you seem quite used to it.
We've been listening to you blab on for a while now, but cut the delusional...
Ryuji.
All of you are acting as phantom thieves in the metaverse. I can say so with conviction because I have the same power as you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay quiet here.
I'll take your silence as confirmation. In all honesty, I've been curious about you since the time of the Madarame case. But to think it would end up like this.
We didn't kill anyone!
I believe that as well.
How can you be so sure?
Because I saw another. The real culprit.
Okay.
For real?
Yes, please, fill in the rest of the class.
Who was it?
I couldn't identify his face. He had a mask on, after all. Actually, when I took these photos, I entered that world too. That's when I saw someone else moving about, besides all of you. He shot at me the moment he noticed me.
That's who killed President Okumura?
Most likely. At the very least, I was almost killed by him.
Okay.
I can't die here. I need to determine the truth. When those thoughts overcame me, I awakened to that power. A most fortunate accident.
This guy has a persona too?
I don't know how much of this I believe.
This cat.
So now you're going to, oh, now you're going to react to the cat. Meow?
I swear, it just talked.
Morgana, our teammate who taught us about the metaverse.
He doesn't need to know that.
Really? This is unbelievable. But it is true that you know things that I don't. Say, Morgana, were you also the one who instructed them on how to change people's hearts? I experienced that world too. But I still haven't solved that mystery yet.
We go in the metaverse, we call them palaces, to steal the core of their desires, their treasure.
Can we not tell him everything, please?
And those whose treasure has been stolen have a change of heart.
Ah. There's certainly no way anyone could figure out such an MO.
Anyways, back to what you were talking about. Are we in this mess because of that guy?
Well, clearly, we already knew of this guy's existence. Why are you... I don't know why he seems to be so surprised by that. Like, we've been warned a few times about a guy in black. Guy in a black mask. This is just confirming that.
Although I don't completely understand the method, all you do is simply reform people. Someone else is behind the murders.
Well, thank you for that vote of confidence. I still don't trust you.
However, the police have decided that the Phantom Thieves did it. They'll arrest you at this rate.
They're going to treat me as my father's murderer?
I can't overlook such a grave mistake. Which is precisely why I want us to strike a deal. I may be able to save you from this situation.
Okay, elaborate.
A deal?
I would like you to cooperate with me on investigating the truth.
And if we decline?
Then I think I'll have to inform the police about all of you. Along with that video I mentioned.
Great. So you're like, hey, help me out in this investigation, or, you know, I'll just turn you all in. Because blackmail is so befitting of someone of justice.
This ain't no deal, it's blackmail!
Say what you will. This is the method that I believe is correct. The justice I uphold will not tolerate criminals who kill people at their leisure.
Justice.
You've heard that Sai-san is the one spearheading the investigation about you Phantom Thieves, correct? The higher-ups are concerned only with settling the case. They want to capture the culprits behind the psychotic breakdown incidents and end the commotion. Those are the ones who are putting pressure on Sai-san. I can only imagine her impatience.
Yeah, and I'm sure they are actually the ones behind putting that calling card in Kobayakawa's office.
What of evidence that we did it? How do they intend on proving it?
Even if there's no objective explanation to the method, it's over once causality is established. Sai-san can't make rational judgments at the moment.
Yeah, unfortunately, I would have to agree with Akechi on that one. She's probably going to be making some snap judgments of her own.
If she were to be cornered, well, she may even make up a confession.
Make it up?
So, they're gonna make it all our fault? Just because they feel like it?
Yeah, welcome to the real world there, Ryuji. That's not, unfortunately, that's not an uncommon thing.
We haven't killed anyone, though!
And of course, saying it's not an uncommon thing doesn't usually mean it has this bad of a repercussion for those involved, but, you know, just saying, this sort of stuff happens.
And we're still going to be arrested?
You'll be found guilty if you're caught, and it will be treated as a very serious crime.
Bullshit! None of that makes any sense!
Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do alone anymore to stop the flow of things.
And that's why you want our cooperation.
Yes. In return, I'll turn a blind eye to what you've done. Those are my conditions. That said, I ask that you disband the Phantom Thieves after this.
What should we do about Akechi-san's proposal?
I don't know, maybe we should discuss it like he's not in the room. You know, you're demanding a lot. He really is demanding a lot.
I see. I thought I was making a lot of concessions myself. Well, you don't have to decide at the moment. Considering this is you we're talking about, I believe you'll come to a favorable reply.
Thank you. Okay, apparently that is making us more trustworthy with him.
All right.
Huh.
I'm glad we could talk. It's been a while since I've been able to spend such a meaningful time like this. I look forward to your answer. It was definitely worth coming today, for various reasons.
Yeah. See, I'm really untrusting of him now, especially with this ultimatum, this blackmail he's giving us.
We should be getting back. About that, I'm sorry. Would it be acceptable if we ended the panel here? The reason why you called for me in the first place was because you wanted intel, correct? My business is concluded as well.
I'll deal with it somehow.
Damn it! He had complete control over us!
Yeah, no shit.
Hey, they're going.
Oh, come on. Thank you, plot. Plot drugs, and you're not telling us what's happening.
I'm sorry about the sudden break. An urgent task came in. So, I truly apologize about this.
See, that actually... Right there, which has happened previously. Like, they clearly don't want us to know what the two, like what Darren and Morgana were talking about just there. They did that same sort of like fuzzy filter over the camera and everything there, just like what happened when we were feeling those side effects from the drugs earlier in like an earlier episode. So rather than just have it fade to black without showing any of that when they were leaving, they had to show, like, specifically show us the fact that, oh, we're talking, but we're not going to show you anything about it here, because, like, why did they need to do that? That just pisses me off. Like, clearly, you could have cut that scene seconds earlier, have it fade out instead of doing that thing, and that wouldn't have pissed me off. We can go straight to here from that. And however they're going to come back to that conversation later, because of course they're going to after that, like, they could have just had that as a setup thing from there, and, you know, like, why did they need to do that? That really annoys me.
But I'll have to end things here today.
To make up for the time that was planned for this panel, the Rakugo Research Club will instead be...
I can't say anything in detail regarding the Phantom Thieves investigation, but I feel another great stride will occur again soon. I hope you all continue to pay attention to what happens.
Let's have a big round of applause for today's guest, Goro Akechi.
Was that really our best course of action?
Possibly not the best course of action, but it was definitely the only one given to us.
He totally used Makoto's suggestion against us.
Indeed. We intended to get intel out of him, but to think it would play out like this.
So what? We'll just accept his deal?
What choice do we have? Like, this is, like, every single palace we end up going into, and stuff that we end up going through, we end up going to it because we have no choice. There is always a reason that's forcing us to do it for one way or another. So, I don't exactly know how we're going to get onto Sai in this, because we already know she's our next target, because flash forward. But how and why, like, this is probably why we're forced into it, but, like, what the hell is happening here?
He's got evidence on us. We really don't have a choice.
Damn it! What are we gonna do?
Calm down, for one.
Calm down, Ryuji.
How am I supposed to calm down? What are we gonna do?
Okay, seriously, shut it, calm down, breathe.
What's done is done. We'll have to cool our heads and think more on this.
Yeah, why can't you be more like Yusuke here?
We must make up our minds by the time he contacts us again.
We need to give this a lot of thought.
I don't really see how we have a choice. We say no, he turns us in. How? What other option do we have? Other than change his heart, but
Similar occurrences followed in succession earlier this spring.
if he actually does have a persona, like he said so, then there's no possible way that we can change his heart, because that would be impossible. The palace become, like, they mentioned that before, that your persona is what protects from all that. Having the persona means you don't have a palace. You can't. It's the same sort of desire that ends up becoming your persona, that is warped and whatnot. So, like, we're fucked. We're damned if we do and damned if we don't, it seems.
Although things have quieted down until recently, several incidents have occurred once again. Furthermore, new information has come to light about the suspect who suffered sudden mental shutdown. He had received a calling card from the Phantom Thieves.
Yeah, and Soji seems to have a calling card on the table in front of him there.
Why did Futaba have something like this?
She kept the calling card.
If a calling card was delivered, we can only assume that the Phantom Thieves are behind it. If so, those occurrences back in spring can be attributed to them as well. Moreover...
I knew it. She's... Oh, God.
Oh, Soji.
The post-festival party is about to begin in the gymnasium. Please join us, everybody.
Post-festival party is about to begin. Would you like to go together? Tried to think about what happened earlier, but that has gotten me nowhere. So, I can use a change of pace. How about it? I should go to the post-Haru festival with her. Well, no choice whatsoever. Let's go. Be waiting in the gymnasium. I guess we're going to the gym, guys.
I'm sorry. I can't stop thinking about what Akechi-kun said.
You know what? It'll be all right. We'll work it out some way. Somehow. We don't exactly have a choice.
It feels like nothing bad could ever happen when you say that.
And now it's time for your favorite Shujin tradition, the Student Sharing Special!
Yeah, what the hell is that?
Round of applause, everyone!
Sharing? I never knew we had such an event.
All right, who has something to say? Anyone? Anyone? No? I'll just have to pick someone then.
Oh, he's going to choose? I wonder who it will be.
I'm just going to assume it's going to be you because you're standing there asking this question.
How about that fluffy-haired girl over there? I choose you.
Oh, look at that.
Huh? Is he looking this way?
Well then, come on up.
He's talking to me, isn't he?
It's because you're cute. I don't want to say you're up because I don't want to throw her into this. I'm just gonna go with this. You can just ignore him.
I can't do that.
Well,
Come! Everyone's waiting!
you can't do that then. I guess you're up.
Well, I'm going.
And your name is? Wait, you're a Kumura-san?
Yes. She's the only one in the school that has, like, reddish pink hair. Have you not noticed this before?
Yes.
I don't know where the pink came from there. She's clearly does not have pinkish hair. You kind of regret asking her up here now, don't you?
I'm sure you're, still grieving. My, deepest apologies.
Oh, please don't worry.
So, do you have anything you'd like to share with us?
Something to share. I have too many things.
Here, let me give you a question then.
Oh, uh-oh.
Do you think the Phantom Thieves are really Shujin students?
Of course it's going to come to the Phantom Thieves.
Oh?
Man, he's going in for the kill.
I mean, they are, your father's killers.
Wow, dude. Wow. Time and place. And tact, for Christ's sake.
We're all dying to know what Akechi-kun was going to say about their true identities. So, are they from Shujin? What do you think, Okumura-san?
Need to change the subject.
Well,
Oh god. Oh god. Why? Why are these the only options? Why are these the only options? I don't like any of these because that's just gonna throw under a different bust. What the hell, game? Ugh. And so you go for the Phantom Thieves killer aspect instead, dude? What the hell?
Wow, way to go!
I think it was him!
Yeah, the only guy standing up?
So, Okumura-san, what's your relation to this guy?
You go to that from do you have a boyfriend? What?
That wasn't what we were talking about.
I'm sorry, Haru. I'm really sorry, Haru. The game wouldn't let me say anything different.
My, she's quite flustered. Is this a hot scoop? But I'm a gentleman. It hurts my heart to bully such a sweet girl.
Then why did you bring up the last two things?
Well, did you all enjoy our blushing beauty? Thank you very much, Okumura-san.
Just when it was getting interesting!
I feel bad for Haru now. I do not like how that went.
The post-festival party is finally over. It turned out to be more like an interview party, huh? I still can't believe you said that.
Well, I wanted to say something else. I really did. But that was, to me, that was the lesser of the three evils. You were in trouble.
Huh? Right. At any rate, I'm not sure what I would have done without you. Thank you for saving me. You're a mysterious person, but you're so reliable. I think the two of us will get along quite well in the future. Just kidding.
You know what? I think we will get along quite well, Haru. You are the kind of person that I would actually sort of relate and hang out with.
Who knows what may lie ahead? For now, I'm worried about what happened with Akechi-kun. But I have to say, my first post-festival party was quite fun. Though, I guess it's my last too.
That was fun?
Here, I'd like you to have this.
What is that? Sakura Amezaiku? Probably butchered that, but...
Bought it earlier.
It looks delicious. I don't even know what it is.
Now then, let's go home.
Well then. Haven't a lot of people been losing their minds lately? Yeah, there's been a sudden increase. Bet it's because of the fan site. I heard the victims were on the rankings there. We should really be blaming people who requested it. Really? I think that's the first time anyone has ever talked about the fan site in any sort of real capacity.
Hmm?
Oh, welcome home. You took off somewhere during the festival, huh? I tried to find you, but I gave up pretty quick. Futaba, what are you doing here in front of the store? I needed to calm my brain. My thoughts were getting out of hand. Not just Akechi, but other stuff too. We're in deep trouble unless we can do something. But anyway, I was just thinking about going inside, so your timing is perfect. Let's go. Great, so we can walk in and get ambushed by Soji together.
The mass media has been causing quite a commotion lately.
Yes, it has.
No countermeasure for the Phantom Thieves, the sorry state of the police, destruction of safety. They're saying whatever they want. So, how's the investigation progressing? Any clues yet?
Yeah, actually, I'm very curious as well.
Nothing that leads to a firm conviction yet.
What's going on here? Didn't you say that you were sure about closing this case? And I thought I told you that failure won't be tolerated.
Oh, poor Sai. This is probably the cracking point for her. She's getting pushed harder and harder by by her bosses, and before we know it, she's willing to do whatever it takes, sort of thing, to get the conviction to catch us, which is probably what leads to her palace to begin with.
Well, this is troublesome. If things continue at this rate, never mind a promotion, we'd have to let you go entirely.
But sir...
He kind of already implied that to begin with, Sai.
I had high expectations for you, but it seems this task was too much to handle for someone so young. We may need to reform the operation as well, since the selected personnel for this...
Please, let me see this through to the end. This case is something that I've always...
I know that you've been at this for a while now, even before the police spared us the staff for it. If you can manage an arrest, I've made special arrangements so that you can question them personally.
Okay, well, I'm guessing that's why we're in a cell right now telling this whole story to Sai.
That's what you want, isn't it? The leadership of this country is about to change. We can't let this case carry over into their term.
Well, that just confirms it for me. The guy he's been talking to is most certainly Shido, that up-and-coming political candidate. Because this whole stuff going around would be, if he wasn't involved with Shido and whatnot there, it wouldn't matter if this carries over. So, thank you, SIU Director. You just told me what I wanted to hear.
I'll make myself clear again. Failure isn't an option. We need results.
I understand.
You're allowed to take some bold measures if you need to. We need good results, no matter what.
Okay, and there's him pushing the idea of making sure this gets done and go ahead and take some liberties.
Oh, one more thing. If the unexpected happens to occur, contact me immediately.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
To you, sir?
I said that failure isn't an option, didn't I?
Huh.
Yes. Everything is proceeding as planned.
What a smug bastard. Look at that face. Oh my god.
We're home! Sojiro?
This doesn't look good.
I was cleaning up and found this. This is a calling card, right? I read about it online, too.
You went into my room without my permission?
I'll apologize as much as you want later. So, what is this?
That's a piece of memorabilia. You can buy them at shops left, right, and the center.
Is it something to get flustered over? I knew it. This isn't just some game you're playing. Why aren't you saying anything?
Why did you keep it? I mean, it was memorable.
Explain.
His actions and the way he said that did not seem to really link up.
Explain.
Is it something that you can't explain?
Explain. Hey, if this keeps up, Futaba's...
Yeah, I'll explain.
You will, huh? I'll get right to the point. Is this a real one? Was a A change of heart triggered in you? How about it?
Ever since Mom died, there was no exit. I was trapped in a labyrinth of my heart. I knew I had to leave it, but I couldn't do it by myself.
Futaba.
I am kind of surprised she's telling him this, to be honest. I figured she was probably going to just try to make something up. I would have.
Here, sit down. I can at least listen to what you have to say.
Great.
The Phantom Thieves saved me. They stole my messed up heart. It's the same as Mom's research. They changed my cognition.
Seriously? Wakaba's research about altering one's cognition. I wondered about it myself, too. Still.
This is not how I was expecting him to react. This is actually, better than I was expecting. When did you... So you found out... No shit, he found out. When did you notice?
When she said she was going to go to the beach out of nowhere. Even the doctors had thrown in the towel.
Yeah, it was kind of a blatant change, huh?
At first, I just chalked it up as other kids being a better support for you than any adult.
That's a fair judgment, actually.
But as I kept watching the tabloid shows here, day in and day out, a thought crossed my mind. I thought your case kind of seemed similar to what these Phantom Thieves were doing.
Wow.
Rather perceptive,
I'm still your guardian, you know. I'd never overlook such a drastic change in your behavior.
Sojiro.
But to think that Wakaba's research and the Phantom Thieves changing hearts were about the same thing. Back in the day, I used to be a government official.
Oh.
My job was to be the bridge between the country and the lab that Wakaba worked at.
Huh.
It's around that time that I got to know her. She said something odd when we were out drinking. That she might soon die in an odd way. Who wouldn't take that as a joke? I just laughed it off.
Yeah. Who wouldn't take that as a joke?
But it happened exactly as she said. If anything were to happen to you, I'd feel like I let her down. There's something I want to ask you. Judging from your attitude, you knew about this calling card, didn't you? You should have known that Futaba had a change of heart through the Phantom Thieves as well. Is there a connection between you and them?
Oh, wow. Paying attention. You really are paying attention, Soji.
The first incident of a change of heart was a teacher at your school. The kid who brought that painting here was a pupil of that artist who had a change of heart, wasn't he?
Yup.
And then there's Futaba.
Yeah, kind of picking up on everything now, Soji. I'm impressed.
These scandals always seem to find their way around you. What do you have to say?
You know what? I'm not sorry for keeping quiet. There was exactly a point to that, but I am going to say right out there that you're sharp.
You think this is a game?
This isn't a game, Soji. Why do you think I've been keeping quiet and trying to keep you out of it?
These people are called criminals by the general public. Why did you introduce such dangerous people to Futaba?
Hi. Am I really that dangerous?
That's not true! me! He stole my heart!
Well, until just now he probably thought I was just involved with them. Now he probably thinks I am one of them.
Asked? Stole? Wait, are you saying that he's the one who changed your heart? So, he's not connected with the Phantom Thieves, but is one himself?
Thanks, Futaba.
You're pulling my leg, aren't you?
You know what? He has enough to at least connect me to them, if not realize that I am himself. So at this point, I don't really think there's much point in lying or getting around. But you know what? Outright, this is no joke. Let's just be straightforward with him here.
Are you serious? You really are a Phantom Thief? Oh, for crying out loud!
Sojiro!
So, basically, I've been sheltering a Phantom Thief for the last 6 months?
Yeah.
And on top of that, Futaba's involved too.
Futaba, don't mention that you're one of us.
What the hell?
I want to find the culprit who killed my mom!
Wait, killed?
Yes. You know what? Let's bring him in the rest of the way. Why not?
She was killed! I remember it now!
Stop this nonsense!
Why won't you believe me? Are you the same as everyone else? Didn't you know already? The way Mom died wasn't normal! Didn't you notice that her research was stolen by someone? Sojiro!
When she passed away, I did think it was odd. It was awfully fishy. But what could I do? All I was able to do was run from it all. And the outcome of that was me spending my retirement here.
Well, you're kind of in a position to find out the truth now, don't you think?
Also, the reason I took custody of you was me trying to selfishly atone for what happened to Wakaba. It's basically my fault that you got burdened with all this crap.
It's not your fault, Sojiro.
Yeah, I would say exactly the same thing. You've been one of the best things in her life, so no, this is... Do not blame yourself. And you may think it's selfish at first, at least your reasons for this, but again, you have been one of the best things in her life up to this point, so no. Don't do that to yourself again.
I acted all big, lectured, even yelled at you kids. And in the end, I'm the one being consoled. I'm hopeless. And a laughingstock, aren't I?
You're just Soji to me. I'm sorry. No, it's not true, man.
I mean, the one who killed Mom's the one at fault.
Yeah, and honestly, your reaction to all of this, that is a normal response to a parent. Or for a parent, like, come on. I'm not surprised at all.
I see. Don't worry. Even if you are the real Phantom Thieves, I have no intention of reporting or kicking you out.
Oh, good. I'm actually very happy to hear that.
I mean, who would believe such a story?
There you go.
Unless they catch you red-handed, it's impossible to explain that you're the Phantom Thieves. Let me just say one thing, though. Immediately back out of a fight that you can't win.
What do you mean? Yeah. Why? No shit, but no, what do you mean? Like, that's a pretty bold thing to say out of nowhere.
Don't you get it? If, by chance, you pissed off the same guys that killed Wakaba...
Oh, I thought you were going to say a little more.
then they're not someone that kids like you can deal with. Listen to reason, all right?
See, that I understand, but I thought you might be going along the lines of like Shido there, because you reacted in a way when you heard him in that TV broadcast thing before, like almost like you were familiar with him in some way, shape, or form. And today we find out that you're an ex-government, sort of thing there. So like maybe you actually do know Shido. I'm actually really curious about that. Soji, do you?
We're done talking about this.
Well, there's that sly grin that I like to see.
Let's eat. I'm so hungry because I raised my voice so much.
Alright.
At least we avoided the worst-case scenario of being reported arbitrarily.
Yeah.
Still, we should tell the others about what just happened.
Yeah, we should.
I'm tired.
And I should have chopped this up earlier into another episode. This has gone on a long time. What, he knows everything? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Thanks, Ryuji. Wait, are you okay? Did he report you or anything? We likely wouldn't be receiving these messages if Darren was not okay. I had a feeling the boss was no ordinary man. But he didn't recommend you turn yourself in, did he? I think that case we can consider him a new ally. Or in that case, anyway. I'm more curious about what he mentioned to you. You mean how our enemy might be the same people who targeted Futaba's mother? Yes, she was killed by mental shutdown, same method used by the culprit we pursue now. Yeah, I'm glad you're putting those two things together. Wait a second, though. Didn't you say Boss had to run from it all? Does that mean someone was trying to stop the news from getting out? Who could do that? Who do you think the culprit could be? Someone very powerful. A government official, possibly, but definitely someone in a position of power. Actually, right now, my bet is with that Shido guy. That really is that's where everything seems to be pointing right now, with the SIU director, the way he was talking, who he was talking about, or what he was talking about there. I do think it is. Ain't you letting your imagination run wild a bit? But it would make sense. Wait a sec. If you're right, then wouldn't the police be working for him, though? That's not impossible. This is getting too big for me to even think about. That would explain why our, where that calling card to Principal Kobayakawa came from, though, if you put that together a little further. Can we really win this? Yeah, we're gonna win no matter what. We don't exactly have much choice. I guess the chief had an inkling after all. Well, it has been about 53 minutes now, so we are definitely calling it for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'm not even going to check to see what my table says. Hopefully you'll come back next time to see what the hell kind of shit hits the fan. Well, until then, take care, you hear.